Hi, I'm Dr. Nixon with Healing Peak Regenerative Medicine, and today I just want to give you 3 quick and dirty tips to do to make sure that you stay nice and limber while you're starting to become more active in the summer months. A lot of people have been sedentary, especially this last year when all the gyms were shut down because of COVID. A lot of people have not been as active as they were prior to COVID, and now as things are opening up and the sun's coming out, people are becoming way more active. And this could yield a lot more injuries because we are used to what our bodies could do before, but they're not really prepped for that type of activity. And so there's some things that you can do, just quick things, things that we may take for granted or don't think about a lot, that could really help you not injure yourself as you become more active. And so I wanted to touch on those things because they're a little bit common sense and easily forgotten. So the first thing I wanted to touch on is hydration. Hydration is more than drinking water. It includes electrolytes, because when you just drink water and you're outside sweating a lot, you lose electrolytes, and drinking water doesn't replace those automatically. And so especially if you're living in a warm area or hot area or doing a lot of work that has you sweating outside, or if you're a tradesperson and you're outside wearing, full protective gear, this is a really good thing for you to do, is drink some electrolytes in your water once a day. Make sure to follow the instructions on the electrolyte package, like if it says mix it with 8 ounces or 16 ounces of water, because the electrolyte supplement is formulated to be within that type of water to get you the best amount of hydration possible by drinking it in that ratio. And so when you start to increase ratios of water per electrolyte, that can change how well it can hydrate you. And you will find that by hydrating with a little bit of electrolytes in your water will really help your performance. Either if you're playing golf or running or whatever, you'll notice that when you have electrolytes on board, you'll likely have better personal times or personal bests, because your cells are actually getting the water versus you just drinking it and peeing it out. Hydration is a little bit more complicated than drinking a lot of water. And then a gallon of water a day, especially in the summer months, is a really good idea. It can increase weight loss. It can decrease hunger, boredom hunger, basically. Sometimes when you're hungry, your body is just telling you that you're thirsty and is trying to get more water from food. So staying well hydrated can help with a weight loss program. It can improve mood and sleep. So it decreases irritability and moodiness if you're staying well hydrated. So those are just bonus outcomes of drinking more water. It also can decrease joint pain because our discs are made of water in our back and our lumbar spine, or actually our entire spine. There are discs and they're all primarily made of water. And then inside our joints, there's a lot of water. And so increasing your water intake and staying hydrated lubricates the joints. And so that decreases pain and then also can decrease injury potential as well. So there are some really good electrolytes out there and some really bad ones. Some ones that I like to use are Nuun tablets, and then the other one is called Ultima electrolytes. They have stevia. There are just less preservatives and less junk in there than a lot of other electrolytes like Powerade or Gatorade that typically have high fructose corn syrup and a lot of extra sugars that are totally unnecessary and are really going to cause more issues than actual hydration. And I just wanted to put in a little disclaimer here. I'm not your doctor. If you are on potassium-sparing diuretics or blood pressure medication or kidney function medication or any kind of kidney issues, your medication matters. These things can affect how electrolytes function in your body. And so before you start anything, you should always check with your doctor first before you start any new supplements, and even including over-the-counter electrolytes. You should always okay it with your doctor first. I'm not your doctor, so please check with them before you take any of my recommendations or suggestions because it's, I'm not your doctor. So I just wanted to get that out there before we continue. So the next thing I would suggest doing is there are some supplements that really help with joint elasticity and functionality, and that is collagen, vitamin C, and zinc. And again, you'll need to check with your doctor before it's okay for you to start taking any 3 of these supplements, but those are the basic building blocks for collagen production and cartilage regeneration. And you want to make sure that you are giving your body those building blocks. That helps. Side effect is great hair, skin, and nails. So collagen, vitamin C, and zinc can help form all types of connective tissue, not only in the joints, but also collagen, hair, skin, and nails. So there's extra benefits there as well. So that's the second one. So first one is hydration. Second one is supplements to support joint function and elasticity. And the third one is stretching. People really have a hard time stretching. So what I tell them to do, okay, first of all, there is research that shows in pro athletes, the ones that are more flexible have higher stats, like they're better athletes. The more, it's like they found this direct correlation between flexibility and performance. And both athletes could be so strong, and again, pro athletes, right? Like obviously they're both really good at what they do, but the more flexible athlete typically will have a better performance. And so coaches or scouts or whatever are looking for athletes that are more flexible because they know that that's going to equal better performance and less injuries. So flexibility is a big deal, and none of us, I shouldn't say none of us, but a lot of us really take that for granted and do not do the appropriate stretching needed prior to physical activity, especially if you've been sitting at home for an entire 6 months and then you're going to go out and do a 6-mile hike. Like, your body is going to tell you afterwards. But had you been stretching correctly, take 5 to 10 minutes out of your day and do a daily routine of stretching wherever it can fit, before bed, right when you wake up, during your lunch hour, after you eat lunch, like get down on the floor and stretch it out for 10 minutes. It just takes a little bit of extra forethought and planning to do this, and your body will thank you in spades. I can't even tell you how many times people have come in and told me about whatever pain they're having, and I look at everything and I'm like, you just need to stretch. Like, we don't need to do anything crazy here. And hydrate and stretch, and they go home and they hydrate and they stretch and they follow the instructions and they tell me that their pain is gone. And I mean, how simple is that, right? Obviously not everybody's situation is that simple, but even in the most like, I would say chronic of conditions, even in the most chronic of pain issues, hydration and stretching goes a really long way, even if it doesn't fix the problem entirely. Not only that, but again, you make yourself less permeable to injuries when you do want to go exercise and be outside. And so there's a lot of payoff and dividends, right? So you're just putting money in your health bank every time you do hydration correctly. You take the right supplements, and you stretch out your body, both before and after exercise, and or just a daily routine is what I would really encourage you to get into, is a daily routine of stretching all the major muscle groups. So that's it for today, you guys. Please, again, check with your doctor before you start drinking a lot more water or taking electrolytes. Your medications, they could have an effect on that, as well as any of the other supplements that I said in this video. You'll need to check with your doctor first. Thanks so much. And if you know anyone who has been, less active and is complaining of pain after getting out there and being more active with the sun, I so encourage that. But, do your due diligence and take care of yourself. Please share this video with those people. Thank you so much.